Won't start. You're bummed out. Weather's bad. You know who you can rely on? Advanced Auto Parts. Free battery starter alternator testing and free battery installation with a purchase. See store for details. Advanced Auto Parts. I'm going to give you my mock draft in 5 minutes here. I was on the phone. John Goulet, you were Christine by this time had gone to makeup right before the show. You were there. Tui was there. Was I on the phone all morning?
It was almost annoying how much you were talking on the phone and not talking to any of
Listen,
us.
when you're trying to create a new paradigm in America with football, you cannot not take phone calls from important people. I will be in a draft room, an NFL draft room on draft day. So I have a new mock draft based on information. I'm telling you, it's fluid. It is crazy. First, Christine with the news.
No.
Turn on the news.
This is the Herdline News.
Well, Russell Westbrook says that he doesn't listen to the show.
Who says this? Russell Westbrook. I thought you said Russell Wilson for a second.
I know. I always have a problem with those two also, but it's Russell Westbrook.
All right. He doesn't listen to the show.
Westbrook, yes. However, I think that some of the things that you might have been saying about him, specifically about him padding stats,
yes,
I think it got back to him.
Oh, it did?
I think so.
What did he say?
Is that an uppercut there and a cross? What
did he say?
Doing?
Yeah, he wants to punch me in the forehead. Anyway, what's happening?
I hope you never got in a fight. Here's what he said.
The people that's talking or saying whatever they need to say, they should try and do it and see how hard it is. Since everybody's so, everybody wants to be talking, and, I'm tired of hearing the same old rebound this, stealing rebound, all this. I take pride in what I do. Come out and playing, and I get the ball faster than somebody else get to it. That's just what it is. If you don't want it, I'm going to get it.
Okay. Interesting. By the way, he could have been responding to his teammate Carmelo, who called him out yesterday and said, "Yeah, I mean, we goosed the stats." Could be. I will say this: nobody plays harder night after night than Westbrook. I'll support him to the end on that. That guy plays every possession, to a fault. Like nobody plays harder on every play than Russell Westbrook. I will defend him forever on that.
That's a nice thing you said.
Yeah, no. That, and he is. If I had a ticket, if I had $150, I'd pay to watch him.
Okay. So Ben Simmons said that he is absolutely the MVP. Remember I told you about this yesterday when he was asked?
I'd vote him MVP.
So Donovan Mitchell has taken exception to this.
All right.
And he wore a sweatshirt into the arena.
Okay.
And if you can see closely, it says rookie. It's like the definition here. An athlete playing his or her first season as a member of a professional sports team. So obviously taking shots at Ben Simmons because he doesn't believe that he fits the criteria of a rookie.
Well,
however, notice it says playing his first season as a member.
Right.
Well, Ben Simmons didn't play, so technically this would be his rookie year.
But I will say this. And I would vote Ben Simmons. But there is an advantage. Ben watched the travel. Ben saw the practice schedule. College guys play 35 games. NBA guys play 82. College is regional travel. NBA's national travel, back-to-backs. You have to play on the defensive end in NBA. You don't have to play any defense in college. Nobody can beat you to the basket anyway. Ben got a nice advantage of watching the eating habits, the workout habits, the travel schedule. That is an absolute advantage. Now, under the qualifications, he can still be deemed a rookie, and I would vote Ben Simmons Rookie of the Year. I would have no problem if you took Donovan Mitchell at all. I've seen him play like 6-7 times this year. Ridiculously talented.
Okay, so I have Ben Simmons' response to Donovan Mitchell's sweatshirt.
Okay.
No, he's implying that I am a rookie because it's my first season. No, it's fine. It's all love. He's a great player. If I wasn't a rookie this year, he would have definitely had it. But, I'm not. So
there you go. Seemed like a nice kid.
Yeah, I like this.
I love Ben.
And I think it's fine.
Yeah, Ben's fun.
And finally, the 49ers seem to be all in on Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
But Joe Montana is saying not so fast.
I think it's still a little early for it myself. I mean, he's obviously had a lot more success in the games he's played in so far than the other quarterbacks that have been there recently. So I think this year will be a big tell on it. They've paid a lot of money for him. So, but I think there's some belief there that he'll be there for a while.
What do you think? I think they're fine going all in on him.
Well, just remember this. The Niners are in rebuilding mode, so just remember that. The last quarterback we watched come into this league in a rebuilding mode roster and win big was Andrew Luck. Do I think Garoppolo's Andrew Luck? I don't. I think he's really, really good. I don't think he's quite Andrew Luck, who can carry a terrible team. I think San Francisco, when he won last year, he faced a team at the end that I think was looking at the playoffs. And, I thought things kind of worked out with him. They won some close games. But let's just remember this. They're rebuilding. San Francisco's O-line right now, bottom third of the league. They don't have a running back of note. They're weak at wide receiver. Like this draft and maybe next year's free agency will put them in a Super Bowl class where they can win it. I think they're going to be wildly improved, but they're not a 13-win team. They don't have the offensive personnel right now. If Garoppolo, when C.J. Beathard quarterback, they couldn't score. So this is not a team built right now to be dominant.
Okay.
Christine with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
So, nothing but headlines in the last couple of days. And, if you heard somebody in your neighborhood was having an affair, it may not come from that couple. It could have come from a neighbor. I think the Giants are trying to make the number 2 pick sound really attractive. I saw a headline yesterday. People that know people inside the Browns expect Josh Allen to be number 1. I think the Giants leaked that. Because if they leak that, there's no win for the Browns to leak that. If the Giants leak that, then the number 2 pick could be Sam Darnold, and the Giants have that pick. It would be way more valuable. The other headlines we saw yesterday, Giants would draft Darnold at 2, don't like Josh Rosen. Why do they do that? Giants, the next headline, extremely impressed by Bradley Chubb. The Giants are trying to make the number 2 pick sound wildly valuable. So people move up and take it, and they get a bunch of picks. They're leaking all these stories. And if the Browns don't take him, they will have the opportunity, the Giants, to get a boatload of picks for the 2. So with that and all my calls this morning, here is my new mock draft. Let's go. All right, number 1. Told by an exec this morning, Darnold Allen, 50-50. Just for fun, I have Cleveland going number 1 with Josh Allen from Wyoming. It is not the move I would make. He has accuracy issues and a much higher chance to bust than Sam Darnold. I believe the New York Giants, once Allen goes number 1, knowing they have to face Carson Wentz for a decade, will feel an obligation to draft the best quarterback prospect easily in the draft. It will be a remarkable day for the New York Giants. They'll get Sam Darnold. Number 3, the Jets, we're always going to take a quarterback. A lot of smoke screens. They've kept pretty quiet recently. They know Josh Rosen, outside of durability concerns, is simply the most polished, refined player who can win now. Cleveland then gets its 2nd pick. I think they'll go for Bradley Chubb, an explosive, dynamic pass rusher, along with their pick last year, Myles Garrett, an explosive pass rusher, to give them what every GM in this league is looking for outside of quarterback, which is a consistent pass rush. The Browns will officially have it for years. Denver, surprised they haven't released some leaks on quarterback to upgrade the value of the 5 pick. I still maintain they lost Aqib Talib. They'll go for easily the best corner in the draft, Denzel Ward, Ohio State, with the 5th pick. Kid's a little small. Are some concerns about him in the red zone. World-class athlete, great ball skills, best corner easily. In a division, by the way, with Derek Carr and Phillip Rivers, guys who can sling it. I believe the Buffalo Bills will trade up with Indianapolis. It's not the quarterback they want, but the Giants won't pass on Darnold. They'll take Baker Mayfield. I don't think he's ideally fit for Buffalo's weather, Buffalo's falls and winters, but he is accurate. And right now, they don't have a quarterback, and they do have a lot of picks. They move up. 7, I'll stick with Tampa, taking Minkah Fitzpatrick. Of their issues, the back end of their defense is a primary concern. I think he's a terrific player. He is not a burner who's going to lock down Julio Jones in that division, but he is a playmaker. He can come off the edge and get an immobile Matt Ryan or a bigger, stronger Cam Newton. I think the Bucs go with Minkah Fitzpatrick. The Bears got Mitch Trubisky. Now they get Notre Dame offensive lineman Quentin Nelson at guard. Chicago is a Notre Dame town, and this kid is a can't miss. Now, for that interior pass rush, where it's so valuable to protect your quarterback, they can step up on an edge rusher. But quarterbacks don't like to get stepped on from the interior. Quentin Nelson can't miss guard. 9, listen, San Francisco needs to go offense in the draft. They got a quarterback. Last year, they went and got in free agency a wide receiver, and in the draft a slot receiver. I think they have a real need at running back, and they get Saquon Barkley from Penn State. He's not a 25-carry-a-game guy, but in the division with Russell Wilson, Todd Gurley, Jared Goff, and the running back Nelson from Arizona, Larry Fitzgerald, you got to have a home run hitter somewhere on this offense, and I think it's Saquon Barkley. And number 10, Raiders' defensive secondary is an absolute mess. A lot of people think this kid could go higher. He's a safety. He's from Florida State. He's Derwin James. So I believe the 3 biggest stories after day 1 of the draft will be the New York Giants have found eventually, though not in year 1, a successor to Eli Manning, that Indianapolis traded down twice and probably total got 8 picks, and Barkley falls to number 9. But the truth is, with Kyle Shanahan Garoppolo, it is a wonderful place for Saquon Barkley to start his NFL career. Caron Butler, always thoughtful, been a title player. He'll be joining us next on a variety of NBA topics. Does he have a problem with Westbrook, Goose, and Stats? That's next. Have you ever taken your car in for, say, an oil change, and all of a sudden they say, you have a sensor light issue, GPS, electronic malfunction, and you have a $700 bill? If your car breaks down after the warranty ends, and look around on any freeway, mostly non-new cars, you need extended vehicle service protection. That's carshield.com. They give you a rental car for free, 24/7 roadside assistance. If your car has 5,000 to 150,000 miles, it doesn't mean you have to pay high repair bills. Save yourself thousands in future repairs. Call 800-CAR-6100, 800-CAR-6100, and mention the code HERD. Or just go to carshield.com, and add the code HERD. A deductible may apply. They make the process of fixing your car for a covered repair really, really easy. carshield.com, code HERD.